much content do you need to be creating and pinning to be successful on Pinterest? Is there a lazy or easy pinning strategy that can help you achieve success for your Pinterest business account? My name is Tereza Toledo. I'm a Pinterest marketing expert and I help business owners and creators to build their audiences and to monetize with Pinterest. Now, I'm going to share with you a very simple, lazy Pinterest pinning strategy. If you want to learn more about how I do my work for clients or how you can do it yourself, check below. I share some information and also a free guide that will help you get your Pinterest account started. Now make sure you watch this video until the end and you subscribe to my channel so you can learn exactly how does this lazy Pinterest pinning strategy works. When it comes to succeeding with Pinterest marketing for your brand or business, there are different approaches and strategies that we have, depending on how much content you have, how much content can you produce, depending if you're using ads, if you're only using organic content, depending on how much time, effort, and even budget do you have to work it with. Also, it will depend if you're doing it yourself or if you have someone helping you. But don't worry, I'm going to make it easy for you. The strategy that I'm sharing with you is a tested and true strategy that I use for myself and that I teach people to use. It's not the strategy that I use for my clients because that's a little bit more advanced and more intense. But this lazy Pinterest pinning strategy is easy to follow and will help you achieve evergreen results with Pinterest marketing. Now, the results that you can expect obviously are more followers, more saves, more views, more link clicks to your website. Now, when it comes to volume of content that you're pinning, I usually share that, the volume that you should be pinning is related to the amount of volume you already have or you are able to create. And don't worry, if you don't have that much images, that many videos that you can use to create pins, you still can use Pinterest marketing and you can still be successful. Now, the strategy that I'm sharing is not called lazy by accident. It is the easiest, laziest way that you can build your Pinterest account with marketing purposes. Now, the very first thing that you need to keep in mind is that your account needs to be optimized. And by optimized, I mean before you start using this strategy, if you really want to see results, you need to put a little bit of time and effort into getting your keywords researched, into making sure that your account profile name is filled out properly, your description is filled out properly as well with keywords, your boards are cleaned up and optimized with, again, keywords in the titles and descriptions. Also, you need to have a good banner in your Pinterest business account. Your profile image needs to match your profile images on other social media accounts. You're also gonna need an amazing bio, which is the description, not only with keywords, but a bio that tells people what problems you solve, how can you help them, and give them a reason to follow. Make sure you don't skip to add and claim your website in your profile. Once you got your profile fine-tuned and optimized, it's time to start with the lazy Pinterest pinning strategy. Now, even though this is a lazy strategy, this is the easiest pinning strategy plan that you're ever gonna find at the moment, you need to be consistent. Consistent is key. Pinterest is a platform that the more consistent you are over time, the more results you will get. Remember, every piece of content that you are sharing on Pinterest becomes evergreen. So think about this. Even if you're putting a little bit of content every single day, that will build up and that content will live for months and years to come. Now, the lazy Pinterest pinning strategy that I share is based on organic pins only and pins that you create from your account. We are not going to be using pins from other accounts that you're simply finding on Pinterest and saving to your boards. Also, the content that you're going to be using needs to be new, okay? We are not repeating old pins. We are not taking content from other creators, unless this is UGC content that you paid for, or this is also UGC content, videos and images that you have the permission from the creator to use. In this organic strategy, you don't have to worry about promoted pins or anything like that. For best results, you need to implement this strategy every single day in the way that I'm sharing for at least 90 days to 6 months to start seeing best results. Now for this Pinterest pinning strategy, we are going to be using a variety of pin formats, which means we need at least idea pins and standard pins. I will give you a more advanced option in the end if you want to step up a little bit more, which is using video pins. But if you don't want to go there, the easiest way is with standard pins and idea pins. For your standard pins, you're going to create pin images using Canva, using templates that align with your brand, that are easy to see, that are eye-catchy, that are beautiful, that don't have overcomplicated images or overcomplicated text overlay. Also avoid creating standard pins that are really wordy unless you are creating something more like an infographic. So in this case, you're gonna need a lot of text overlay. I would love to see you creating about 5 different pins, standard pins for each and every blog or each and every product that you have. Now, if in the end you just have a couple of blogs or a couple of products on your website, then you're gonna have to get creative and create more pin images. For your pin images, like I said, you can use templates that align with your brand. You can tweak some of the Canva templates and use. You can also use stock images that you have the rights to use or your own images. Remember, if you're using images that were provided by other creators, make sure to have permission from them to use those images. When it comes to choosing the right size for your standard pins, you can use the size that Canva gives us. Pinterest tells us that our images should have a proportion of 2 by 3 or pretty much 1,000 pixels by 1,500 pixels. Now, I've noticed that recently Pinterest has been telling us that the images could be a little longer. Just don't make them wider. Also, if you want to make your images a little bit longer, don't go crazy like in the old days of Pinterest when we used to create giraffe pins that would even take longer than the feed. Those will get cropped. For this strategy, we are also going to be using idea pins and maybe video pins. But for idea pins, I want to see you creating either your idea pins using the Pinterest app, or you can repurpose existing content. If you are creating content for TikTok, for Reels, for YouTube Shorts, you can repurpose these short form videos to Pinterest, provided that you're making the proper tweaks. Once again, if you are using content from other creators on your Reels, TikToks, and even YouTube Shorts, make sure that before you use them on Pinterest, you have the permission from the creator to publish. For your idea pins, you need to add a pin title and a pin description, the same way that you would need to do when you're creating your standard pins. Also, for idea pins, you have to add tags. Pinterest allows you to choose up to 10 tags that will help your content rank faster. Now, the beauty of this strategy is that at the moment you can batch create and schedule everything ahead of time. So for this strategy, you could pretty much schedule it once a week or twice a month, or depending, even once a month. Now, don't forget, you're gonna need to have your boards created for this. Do not just schedule your pins without a board. Boards help Pinterest understand the type of content that you're pinning, and also helps Pinterest to share your pins to the right people or share your pins on search faster. Don't skip using keyword titles and keyword descriptions for each and every board. And when scheduling your pins, always choose the most specific board for that specific pin. Now, the best way for this strategy, like I said, is to do this once a month, twice a month, or even once a week, depending on how much time you have. So what you want to do for this strategy is, of course, create your standard pins using Canva. Have your videos handy, not video pins, your videos handy, because those videos will become idea pins and maybe even video pins on Pinterest. Also, make sure to have your keyword research already done. This way, when you're creating your pin titles, your pin descriptions, you already know what you should be writing about. You can schedule using a third-party scheduler, or you can schedule these pins for free using Pinterest. For your idea pins, you need to schedule using your Pinterest app on your phone. For your standard pins, you need to use your desktop or laptop to schedule your pins. I want you to schedule one idea pin a day, one standard pin a day. So pretty much you're gonna take one day of the week, one day every 2 weeks, or every month. Create all those pins, have all of those videos handy that you are repurposing from your own accounts, videos that you created yourself, right? We're talking about original content, not content from other creators, unless this is content has permission from the original creator. And you're gonna upload and batch them. You're gonna schedule one a day. One standard pin, one idea pin. Now, I told you that if you wanted, you could have an extra step. This extra step can help you increase a little bit of views. Also allows you to repurpose your video content one more time. So in this case, you're gonna do your standard pin, like I said, your idea pin, and then your video pin. What is a video pin? Pretty much you're gonna upload using your desktop the video that you previously used as an idea pin, but as a regular pin. Pinterest allows you to add your video pins as a pin, and also those will get a link. While idea pins may get a link, may not. Pinterest is still rolling out this feature. Standard pins all get a link. So in this case, if you're choosing the extra step, you're gonna have 3 pins coming out to your account every single day. One idea pin, one video pin, one standard pin. The only thing that I recommend here is that when you're scheduling your videos as idea pins and also as video pins, that you break them apart. Don't put them out in the same day, right? Pinterest is not exactly going to penalize you, but it looks kind of spammy. Your audience may not like. The reason why we like to try using idea pins and also video pins is that they are showcased in different ways. Sometimes Pinterest will give more views to one than to the other. And in the end of the day, we want to maximize this lazy Pinterest pinning strategy. Now again, does take a little bit of effort, but it's the laziest Pinterest pinning strategy you're gonna find out there at the moment. If applied consistently and you're pinning pretty much 2 pins a day, one idea pin, one standard pin on the laziest possible way, you're gonna be having every single month 60 new pins to your account. In 3 months, that will be 180 pins. Now, if you are going the step further, you're going to be having 270 different pins on your account. Remember, Pinterest is an evergreen platform, so every piece of content that we schedule and publish on Pinterest lasts for months, if not for years. So by doing this, you're planting seeds that will be growing and generating not only followers, saves, views, but also visits to your website and sales. Now, make sure to watch my next video and subscribe to learn more about Pinterest marketing. And if you try this lazy Pinterest pinning strategy, comment below. I would love to hear how it's going.